We all have questions, and Pastor Carney has answers. We all want to know what he thinks. There's important information to know. What are his thoughts? How did he get here? What's his favorite golf ball? It's time for 3 Questions with Pastor Carney.
3 Questions with Pastor Carney. These are from the confirmation class.
That's right.
I have broken them into 3 sections. So we have 6 students, 6 questions.
Commonly called my kids.
Kids.
I have my kids and my youths. These are my kids, confirmation kids.
And I have broken these into 3 questions. The questions of the bizarre.
Okay, which does not surprise me with my kids.
The questions of the insightful.
That does not. I know where that's coming from.
And the questions of the mundane.
I think of my kids, and I think I can put each kid into those categories and be correct.
Ever had a weird hairstyle, such as an afro? Now, I could picture Phil with an afro.
Sure.
I've seen photographs of Phil with hair, and I can say this on camera. I much prefer you like this.
Oh, thanks.
You look so much wiser and more professional. And I don't know what the right word is, but more
Mature.
Yeah, that is a good word. You look dignified this way.
Thank you.
You're dignified. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have I had a weird hairstyle? I want you to answer this question too. But I wouldn't call it weird, but I had at one time really long hair.
Did you?
Really?
I can see that.
Yeah, it was shoulder length, if not more. Really long hair.
Groovy, dude.
Probably longer than, probably longer than Jonas before he got it cut. Yeah, it was long. So I would say weird, no afro, no mullet, none of that kind of stuff, but just really long hair, if that does it. But what about you?
Well,
I said the photographs of you with hair, but any weird ones?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. 6 years old. Yep, kindergarten. My mom was attempting to give me a haircut, which she did well for many, many years after. But in this case, no, it was my dad. That's what happened. Okay. It was my dad. So sorry, Mom. My dad tried to give me a haircut.
Oh, wow.
He went way too short. And so I ended up having a mohawk.
Oh.
So I had no hair on the sides and up, and then just had a strip.
Wow.
Down the back and in the center of my head, and I probably kept that for a few months. But
wow.
That's probably the craziest thing.
Yeah, not me. I had the long hair.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, that was 6 years old.
Yeah. I'm going to, that was it. It was just long hair.
Now, you know who is going to have an awesome afro? Chloe.
Really?
We can pick her hair out, and she has a fro that is awesome.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is so awesome. So there you go, Billy.
Okay. The second question in the bizarre, and I only put this one in bizarre because she should already know the answer to this question. Have you ever had any pets?
Well, see, I thought the bizarre would be somebody else, but you said it's she. Have I had any pets?
If you just walk into your office,
you see, I got 6 pets.
Yeah.
5 of mine and 1's adopted, or foster. But I kind of think it's the fosters going to the adopted. I'll explain that in a second. But I had dogs growing up, and I had 3 dogs, and 2 of the dogs were show dogs. They were obedience trained. And they all got their titles, CD, CDX, and UD. And then the collie did some dog food commercials, maybe once or twice in New York City. And then we had a house dog. She did not want to take part in being trained, so she was a house dog. So 3 dogs. It was Susu. It was Autumn Leaves Reynolds. That was her show name, Autumn Leaves Reynolds. We called it Autumn for short. And then Laddie, or Willie's Lad, was his show name. And so 3 pets there. Now, I have 6 pets in my office. Now, if I get the names right, I have fish in my office. In my tank, I have Moana. I have Bruno. I have who's the snowman? Olaf. And then I have Rachel and Billy. And it was,
well, what the heck do I got to do to get a fish named after me, Pastor?
Well, I'll tell you about the Rachel.
Okay.
Now, I got that when she first started. I wanted to get a new fish, so I went across the street and got a fish. And I gave it its name. I said, since this is your first day, I got to call her Rachel.
I like
so
it.
Rachel came in. And then...
she earned that. She earned it.
Yeah, and then one of my fish is no longer with us.
It wasn't Billy, was it?
No. One of my fish is no longer with us. And so I went out and got another fish to replace that fish. And I put it in a tank, and Rachel says, what are you going to call this fish? And I said, well, since this one is Rachel, and I'm now on people's names, I got to go with Billy. So I got a Billy and a Rachel
I like it.
in the tank besides the other ones. Now, when Rachel went to school, she said, would you take my fish? But my fish doesn't play well in other tanks. Mm-hmm. So I have a second tank in my office with her fish that I'm fostering. But I got a feeling that Rachel is now going to be away full-time, even in the summer. And so my foster fish might be my adopted fish. But that fish name is Pudge.
I like it.
Pudge from Little Nemo. So yes, long answer, short question. I had 3 dogs back when I was growing up, and now I have 6 fish and hoping to get more.
How long have you been colorblind? And have you ever sought to fix it? Or
have you
do
ever
anything about it?
Have you ever worn those glasses that show you?
This is a good question. I don't know how long. Well, I know when I found out, right, but I don't know how long I've had it. I'm going to guess all my life. But I didn't know until college. And how I found out, I'll try to keep it short. How I found out was Donna. We were dating, and Donna kept asking me, dear, why are you wearing a black sock and a blue sock? Mm-hmm. Why are you wearing a brown sock and a gray sock? And I said, I'm not. She said, you are. And I'm like, pfft. And I kept giving the same answer when she asked me the question. You know, why are you wearing black pants with a blue shirt or whatever? And I said, I'm not. Well, finally one day she was in my room at college, and she went to my dresser drawer, and she got all my socks out. She laid them on the bed, and she says, okay, pick out the black socks. And I went, they're all black. She said, they're not. I said, yes. And she said, they're not. And she said, you're colorblind. And I said, what? And then she put different colors out. And she said, pick out the red or pick out the purple. And I went, they're all black. She said, they're not. So I didn't know it until Donna pointed it out to me. And so she made a quick fix. We went out and we bought black socks and white socks. And to this day, I only have 2 color socks, black and white.
That's not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. So I don't know how long, but I know when I found out is when I was dating Donna. Now, I checked out the glasses. The one thing that's stopping me from doing that is the cost. Yeah. They are extremely expensive, and insurance will not cover them. So I said, you know what, I can use the money elsewhere, but I have thought about it, but you know what, and being that way for so long,
you don't know
I probably would not want them, because then, I would like,
well, then you'd see the beauty, and then you'd be all sad.
I know, yeah. So I probably wouldn't want them.
Second part of this question, what made you want to be a pastor?
What I want? Oh. I know how I became a pastor. I know the process of what made me want to.
You've answered that before in
other
questions.
What made me want to be a pastor? I can cop out and say God, but not really answering the question. What made me want to be a pastor? I guess just to be with people, to share my faith with people, and just to be Jesus here on earth. I know it sounds corny, but to be his hands and his feet, his voice here on earth, and just to be with people. And I remember in seminary, we had to write I called it a silly paper. It's not really silly, but it was a silly paper, And one of my profs in seminary wanted us to write a paper on what we wanted on our tombstone. I mean, weird topic, but what we wanted on our tombstone. And my answer was just 2 words. And it's still true to this day. I only want 2 words on my tombstone, and they are, he cared. And that's it. And that's why I became a pastor, is because I want to care for people and about people and to be with people. And that's a big part of my ministry, is relational ministry. And I want people to know that I care. Yeah. And so why is probably because I care about people. And that's the best way that God can use me to care for people.
Why am I so hungry right now?
Oh, that's a Gabe question.
Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly.
You knew who it was, and I know the answer.
And I
know exactly the answer.
I'm guessing. Now, I'm guessing it was Gabe, because Gabe is always hungry. Okay?
And that's the answer.
Yeah, but I think it's because he just comes in from football practice. And he's been on the field, and it's been going nonstop and getting that energy and working out and whatnot. And then he comes to class. No. And after that big workout, he's hungry.
After living with him for a week, he's always hungry.
Okay, yeah.
It does not matter time of day when he's always hungry.
Yeah, nonstop. That's a Gabe question. Why am I hungry? That's Gabe. I know that for a fact.
And to follow the hungry question, why do you like Eminem so much?
Oh man, because first I love chocolate. Okay, I love chocolate, and when I was a kid, we were given M&Ms because, as the commercial says, melt in your mouth, not in your hands. And so you walk around with candy in your hands, and you probably know with Chloe, you give it candy, and it's in her hands, and if it's summertime,
ends
it's
up all
sticky
over my legs.
Pants, your face, so M&Ms don't run, okay? And so I love chocolate, and so I got M&Ms, and I loved them, and ever since then, it's M&M time, and I eat them by the bagful, and sometimes not a good thing, but I eat them by the bagful, and so if you're looking to make money, invest in the M&M Mars Company, because I buy them by the pounds, okay? But so ever since I was a wee little boy on up, and I just love the taste of them, and I love the different flavors of them. My favorite flavor is the one they make at Valentine's Day. It's the raspberry cordials.
Never had it.
And it's on Valentine's Day only. It's like you bite into it and you get this liquid of raspberry juice inside it. It's awesome.
Never heard of that.
The new ones now, the brownie ones are really good, and the cookie crisps are really good now. But the ones I don't like are the pretzels. Don't like the pretzel M&Ms, and I don't like the candy corn M&Ms. They are way too sweet. If you're into sweet, the M&M candies that have the candy corn inside them, powerfully sweet.
I don't like peanut butter M&Ms.
I'm not a big peanut butter fan either, but the raspberry cordial, and then the crispy ones, and then the brownie ones. If you're in Hawaii, please pick me up a bag of Hawaiian M&Ms.
Little pineapple or coconut?
Coconut.
Oh,
coconut
I love coconut.
Yeah, so.
I love coconut, yeah. Billy, what were you going to say? You were going to say something.
No,
he wasn't.
He wasn't.
I wasn't.
So 6 questions from my kids.
Yeah, if you've got questions that you'd like to have answered by Pastor, please make sure that you email us, send us a text, put it in the comment below, and we'll make sure to get your question answered.
Thanks again for joining us. If you have any questions about Redeemer, have a topic or interview suggestion, or need to know anything about the church, you can contact the church office at churchoffice@redeemerwarsaw.org,
Pastor Carney at pastor_Carney@redeemerwarsaw.org,
Phil at phil.prevail@gmail.com, or Billy at rlc_it@redeemerwarsaw.org. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and please join us again next week. And until then, may the Lord be with your spirit, and grace be with you.